Everybody. I'm so excited to have you all, and especially you, Dave. I'm Nikki Finley. I've been working for the Juice Plus company for 7 months now, and I'm a sales coordinator with them. And I'd like to introduce Dave Sanderson. He is from the great land of Canada, and he is most definitely a product of the product. He's an athlete, a coach, a high-intensity hockey trainer. He's been developing players to be elite athletes. Dave's journey began with his own search for a superior product that would deliver a well-rounded balance of whole food nutrition and a competitive edge in sports while sustaining a normal lifestyle. After losing 70 pounds, yes, Dave lost 70 pounds and 16 inches off his waist, he introduced the Juice Plus products to his team of athletes and hasn't looked back ever since. Because of Dave's confidence and his strong belief in the product, he joined the Juice Plus company, promoting health and wellness to the families and individuals around the globe. Now listen to this. He got to the top of the company, the Juice Plus company, as a national marketing director in only 4 months. That's pretty incredible. And it's a North American record. So Dave, I know this might not make sense to some people, but he's a 24 club and he has 100 representatives and over 1,000 customers. So he has changed 1,000 lives. So you guys are in for a very special training, and he's a brilliant businessman, and I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today without his shit talking on a daily basis and challenging me every day. So Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome for the shit talking.
Yeah. I need it.
Good. So, I've had a very successful journey so far with Juice Plus, not only as a customer taking the product, but also deciding to change my career and take on Juice Plus as a secondary source of income. And my journey started about 8 years ago. And 8 years ago, I consistently said no to somebody. And I did not want to do I always felt that there was another product on the market that was, more superior or easier or cheaper or, easier to use. So I continuously said no for, that long. And it took until last February 1st, almost, end of January, where I had a customer of mine. I was a contractor at the time. Basically give me a basket full of junk. We had supplements. Most of them were women's products, and I didn't understand what a lot of them were, so there was no way I was taking them. But I just had a basket full of, fats. And one of the products that I did see in it was Juice Plus. And for me, it was an opportunity to do Juice Plus, but not have to deal with Mark and tell Mark that I was doing Juice Plus. So I took the product for a couple of weeks and I felt amazing right off the hop. I had lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. So I knew that there was something that was going on in my body that was attributed to the consuming Juice Plus product. So I took capsules, I took shakes, and I kind of altered my diet a little bit. But at the time I started that, I didn't know about any Transform 30 products. So I was just kind of going with it and, experimenting, so to speak. So I gave it 2 weeks, but the problem was I ran out after 2 weeks because there wasn't a lot in this basket. And I had to go get more. So I was away for a long weekend, and I went back to the head office on the Tuesday morning after the holiday, and I had to purchase product. And when I actually told Mark I was going to do and join him in his journey in the business, he was quite excited. But I also learned that there was a lot more to the product that I had already known. So right away, I started doing Transform 30. So Transform 30 is a program that basically, changes the foods that you're eating. It eliminates dairy, it eliminates wheat, and it eliminates processed foods and foods that are high in sugar or sodium. So I started doing this program, and the weight just kept on falling off. And I believe, for my first month, lost a pound a day. I continued on. One of the physical or medical challenges that I had all the time was that I had high blood pressure. So I was taking Coumadin or warfarin, which is rat poison essentially. And what that does is it thins your blood so that your blood pressure is, being regulated through the consistency of your blood. So after 3 weeks on the product, I had normal blood pressure, and I got off of the product, off of the medication, and I didn't have to take that anymore. So that was a substantial bonus or advantage to taking this product as well. So I continued on with the product faithfully, religiously, every day, having a couple shakes a day, altered my diet. I introduced cardio and weight training after 60 days. And what happened when I started introducing, the working out, my BMI started going down substantially. So when I originally started the product, I was at about 46. And after 90 days on the product, I was down to 23. So huge accomplishment in terms of your BMI. You're right, I've lost 16 pounds off my waist, which is not off my waist itself, but off my stomach. And that's been large, very, very big. I put on shirts and clothing now that are stretched beyond belief. I look like it was a maternity top, so to speak. So some great advantages with that. But through my success of doing the Transform 30 product or program, I started sharing it with some of the kids that I was coaching in hockey and some of the parents that were at hockey. And what we found was that obviously the children weren't getting proper nutrition. So this product and program was hand in hand to what I was doing. The parents were pretty excited about it, and even more excited because they were getting the product for free with the Children's Health Study. So a big advantage, for the kids that were taking that product. So I basically, went full speed for 4 months. I really gave my body an opportunity to adjust, to recycle, and to cleanse myself out. So it was a pretty astonishing accomplishment. I've done almost everything on the market that you can think of to, supplement meals, to get more vitamins, get more nutrition. And obviously with our product being bioavailable, it's made a big difference in terms of what my body was actually digesting, was consuming. I can't give credit to anything else except for the product. That's where I really went full speed ahead with. Getting into the business was a good time. Getting on the product was a great time. It took me about 2 months after I was on the product to stop contracting. And I focused on Juice Plus full time, helping people change their lives, introducing this product into their lives, their children's lives. So it took 2 months before I realized that this is something that I was going to do for the rest of my life. Unmute.
I hope everyone can hear you okay. Hear that? Okay. So you lost 15 pounds, and then you went to transfer 30 pounds in 2 weeks. Successful with that, and then oh, okay, awesome. All right. So the thing that stood out to me the most out of everything you said is that you were able to get off of that high blood pressure medicine. So that's something that makes me really excited more than anything, because I know that my dad is on high blood pressure medicine, and then pretty much my whole family. And I know that's not my legacy at all. Like, that's not what's going to happen to me because of my diet and because of Transform 30 initially. So so with sharing it with the parents and the kids, like, how I mean, I know that probably made you feel amazing and able to change their life, but what kind of effect did it have? If you could talk more in depth about, like, what kind of effect it had on the children and the families themselves.
So some of the kids that I was training, being on the ice with 12-year-old and 13-year-old boys is challenging. You have a big core group that listens and is fairly attentive and well-behaved. And then you have a handful of these kids that are always shooting pucks, slapping sticks, and they're a distraction. And you get frustrated, and, they take away from the whole practice and the whole workout. So when most of these kids got on the product, we didn't do all of them. We kind of ran them through different increments. So we took 2 and 2 and 2, and we did some before statistics on their speed and on their strength. And after, they all had improvements of about 10% speed improvement around the ice, 10% faster slap shot. And the biggest improvement of everything was their desire to succeed, their behavior on the ice. These kids that were basically a distraction before, they were actually listening, and they were paying attention, and they wanted to be there. And they had, their mind wasn't racing on sugar or, what their next sugar was going to be, or, trying to be a distraction anymore. They were actually focused. And when they're focused and they're, nourished properly, their body's there for one reason, and it's to perform and to get better. So the parents noticed the difference quite quickly. Like I said, we went in 2-week increments. So my challenge kids, I would put a challenge kid with, a kid that would excel athletically. So I had them mixed up. So we always had the two together. But, the kids that were excelling, athletic wise, were being caught by these other kids that were distractions. So we realized very early on that this was something pretty significant, and the parents knew right away. I would get kids coming to the rink, and I would ask them, what they ate today. Like, what did you have for lunch? Did you have fruits and vegetables? And the kids would say, yeah, I had pineapples, and I had mushrooms, and I had peppers. And I'd be like, okay, that's great. Good job. How much did you have? And the kid would say, I don't know. It was on my pizza. So they don't understand the value of a serving. And they obviously don't understand the value of how it's prepared. So that was very, very large. And that kind of put a vibe out in the community that I was doing this. Oops. And I had this product. So it increased my business with the hockey training for the free tryouts. And it also increased the parents' belief in what we were trying to do and give to them. I was fortunate because some of these parents were dentists and doctors and chiropractors and police officers that already had a fairly good knowledge to health. So once we introduced that and they read up on it, they were sold. They knew what they wanted to do.
Awesome. So you use kids as science experiments. That's really great, Dave.
Not really. We're just fueling them properly for a change.
I'm kidding.
You know,
I know Christy has a question for you.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, I have someone on the phone who I muted. So they have a question for you. They want to know, what do you think catches people's attention specifically for high-level athletes when we live in a world where there's literally a supplement for everything? Everybody's pushing supplements. So how do you talk about to high-level athletes? How does Juice Plus take, it to the next level?
So there's a few things. One is obviously the research that we have behind our product, and some of the videos and the testimonials that we have from either like the USA Athlete Center or some of the Olympic teams that are using this, or the fact that we have NSF certified on our bottles. So we know that our product is pure. We know that what it stands for. In terms of the high level, athletes or anybody for that matter, when you're getting a product that's pure and all natural and 100% bioavailable, anything synthetic can't do that. Anything that's a supplement really can't do that. So our work is already cut out for us. We already know what our product is and how pure it is. One of the biggest things that you have to look at is a lot of these parents thrive on sports drinks, and all they're doing is putting sugar and coloring into their kids before or during or after every practice. And the body wastes more energy trying to, absorb and process that sugar than it would if you just give them water, and then they could actually use that energy to perform properly.
Awesome. Hey, Nikki, can I ask one more thing? I'm getting another.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So we have a couple people who are brand new into the business or considering. What would your advice be to someone who is at that early stage? What would you recommend that they do if they do take on this business? And how would you recommend they get started?
Good question. Everybody's different. Obviously, my approach has been a lot different than most. I like to take on the approach of sharing, not selling. When you go out there and you're doing something and you're taking a product and you're new to a product, you want to share it. You don't want to go to somebody and feel like you're going to be selling it, because most people sell in their jobs all day long, and it's a different beast, so to speak. I really emphasize the sharing and caring aspect versus, the selling and telling aspect. I was new too, and I basically, made lists of all the people that I knew that could benefit in different areas, whether it was for sports or for health, or for diet reasons, or for, weight loss reasons, or just if they wanted to simply do the business. Everybody has a reason why they want to do it. And the biggest thing is that, when you talk to people, you can't be feeling like you're selling a product. You have to feel like you're selling them on yourself, that, they're going to sign up with you and do this product because they believe in you. So you have to really find a reason why that person should believe in you and follow you on the journey. And that's what's worked for me.
Awesome. For those of you who are able to unmute yourselves, if you want to ask me the question, please do so.
Hey, Dave, can you talk to us a little bit about recovery? Have you noticed any changes in your recovery after workouts or anything like that?
Yeah. So before this product period, I was on the ice for an hour and a half at a time, and I do about the first 45 minutes of drills with these athletes. And, at my age, I kind of had enough. I would go hard for the first 45. I would coast for the last. And I noticed working out before I took the product as well, which wasn't a lot, but what I did, I was sore for a long time. But basically what's happening is your body's not getting the nutrients. Your body is not processing the proteins that we're getting, or the sugars, or the fibers, or the carbohydrates. Our product is obviously, as pure as it can be. We have a 1.0 rating for our protein, which is classified as pure. If you go on and look for other pure proteins, you're not going to find them. The fact that we're 100% or close to 100% being absorbed into our muscles and our bloodstreams allows us to recover much, much quicker. The fact that we're taking vineyard, orchard, and garden, and our body's digesting properly, allows our body to absorb everything and digest properly, pass it around, get into our bloodstream. And if you're taking products on the market that are, synthetic supplements, what you're taking is not getting into your bloodstream. So you're basically putting it into your mouth and, either sweating or peeing it out, like a multivitamin, like the color you see in the toilet after a bright orange Centrum, so to speak.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Do you have any more questions?
I got one if anybody can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Dave?
I have a lot of problem with digestion. I have a lot of problem digesting most things, and most foods are artificial nowadays. So I end up dealing with a lot of malnutrition. And that's my concern with this product is how well is it? I mean, you said it's going to absorb a lot. Would that affect?
Okay. I think I caught most of your question there. You're quite quiet, but so our product is, we're at 100% bioavailable, which means that our product is going to get into your bloodstream. Your intestines are going to absorb the nutrients. What happens a lot of time is the follicles that are in our intestines, they're so damaged and beat up from either abuse or products that we've taken, or it could be an underlying health issue. So, we're basically waking up our body with this because the nutrients and the purity of the nutrients. Obviously, having a product that's organic and non-GMO is the ultimate, the ultimate product for us. We have a guarantee. So if you go to do this product and it's not working, we have your back. You're not buying a product that you're stuck with like everything else. When you open a bottle of vitamins from the drugstore or the supermarket, they're yours. Good luck with them. Enjoy them or flush them or give them to somebody else. We're convinced, and we have research and studies behind it that showed the value of our nutrition. So would I be confident to say, yeah, you would absorb some of these nutrients or most? 100%.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
CJ, did you have a question?
Hi, Dave. I was basically going off the concept of what Ted just asked you. He's one of my buddies. Is there this thing as too much since the digestive? I know with fruits and vegetables, sometimes when I have too much, it hurts me.
Yep. So it's going to hurt you because it's like the gas tank on your car. You can only put so much into it before it starts to spill over. So your body's going to absorb what it needs. And then once it gets enough of what it needs, it starts to go to other places. So, our dose is pretty consistent between, men and women and adults and children from 13 and up, where you're taking 2 capsules of each. I have 3 to 5 shakes per day because I like them. And my body works best when I have that product versus, other things. I just traveled today and I'm a mess. Like I had as many shakes as I could, but you still can't sustain on shakes throughout the day when you're traveling through airports and you're on a plane and, you come into a tourist town, you want to eat something. So you know, inflammation. I can feel today. I've got some inflammation going on because of my choice of foods. But you know, can you have too much of a good thing? Yeah, because you're not going to use it all. So I'm going to go get. You know, you only need your daily recommended, but everybody's different. So you may feel that you have 3 capsules instead of 2 capsules, and you feel better and you're working better. And that just might be because you're so depleted that, you know, you're replenishing and you're getting caught up. You're not going to overdose on Juice Plus, I guarantee it. If you eat a bag full of gummies, you might have a problem.
Thank you very much, Dave.
You're welcome.
Do you have any more questions for Dave? I have a question, Dave. If you're up for it. How do you overcome the no factor? Like, how do you overcome someone telling you no in the business portion?
I don't care. Honestly, Jeff Roberti said it best. You know, next. You know, next. It's no is no. It's not for everybody, right?
Right.
It's like you going to your hairdresser and the hairdresser saying, "Okay, let's take it all off." It's like no, right? No. So you're going to get no's. It's not for everybody, but I guarantee you, there's going to be people that come back. So they're going to come back to you and say, you know, I thought about it a little more. You know, yeah, I want to hear some more. And the people that you think are the less likeliest to do this are going to be the people that surprise you and say, hey, what is this you're doing? Tell me about it. So never underestimate people that you think no of right off the bat. And you know what? The people that say no will usually come around. I get a lot of people that have come around.
We only have a couple minutes left.
Hey, Dave, what does being a part of the Juice Plus company and this business mean for you?
Meant for me?
Yeah.
You know what? It's created, you know, a community and a lifestyle that, you know, just because I'm an NMD doesn't mean that it's glorious and glamorous. Like, there's still a lot of work to do. You know, rising through the ranks very quickly is wonderful. It has some, you know, great acknowledgement that comes along with it. But the, you know, the hard work isn't done yet. You know, we've just kind of made a foundation. I've met amazing people. I've got to share an amazing product. I've helped people get rid of medication, get healthy, lose weight, fix, you know, fix themselves some issues. Lots of different, tons of reasons. I can't even get into how many reasons. I have people call and cry. I have letters from people. It's amazing. The Juice Plus community, the family, the business, you know, the business model, inspiring healthy living around the world is exactly what it is. We're inspiring people to get healthy, to make changes, to make sacrifices. And, you know, this is a prime example. I'm in the Rocky Mountains in Canada right now, Banff, and you guys are in the Carolinas. I'm not sure where everyone else is from, but it brings everybody together, and we're all here for the same reason, and that's why it's, you know, it's so gratifying. That's for sure.
You got any more questions? Christy, you got anything? All right. Well, I want to be respectful of your time, Dave, and everybody else's time. So thank you guys so much for hopping on Zoom. Dave, you're brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. Come to America anytime.
You're welcome. I was just there. I was at conference.
Break the border.
Yeah, he was at conference, Nikki. I'm going to give him that. Yeah. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Love seeing your faces. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Anybody staying on?
Can if you want. There's 6 minutes left. If you guys have more
6
questions
minutes.
for us, 6
Holy
minutes.
cow.
Yeah, I'll stay on for 6 more minutes.
Cool.
You guys see who Jesus meat was?
Hey! Oh my gosh!
Did you get anything out of that, Scott?
Yeah, Scott. Let's hear it. You're our worst critic.
Your